Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you would just give us your thoughts of how your preseason has gone heading into the season opener against Ole Miss, please.
Yeah, I've been excited about how our fall camp has gone. We've had a lot of competition, at a variety of different positions. We have an experienced team that's coming back. There's some inexperienced positions, but I really like the culture and the mindset of our guys, the way that they've worked. Coach Josh Dorns and his staff and our strength and development program throughout this offseason did a remarkable job. We're bigger than we've ever been. We've got great speed in a lot of places, and I really like the depth that our football team has shown and throughout that competition. So we're excited about where we are. We have an important week here in front of us in our preparation for kickoff on Saturday. But I've really been pleased with what I've seen from my team.
We'll take questions now for Coach Mike Norvell. Hit *1 on your telephone keypad to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
And first we'll hear from Steve McGargy with Associated Press.
Your quarterback, Brady White, already has his master's degree with a couple of years of eligibility left. I'm just wondering, first, how those smarts kind of translate to the football field for him, and also I was just wondering what the biggest difference you see in him this year versus maybe a year ago, and where you need to see improvement from him this season.
Brady's such an impressive young man. He's determined in everything that he does. As you alluded to, he came in. He was a graduate transfer. He graduated in 3.5 years from Arizona State. Came in here to Memphis, and in the last year and a half has already obtained a master's degree, and now has just been accepted into a doctoral program. So I think that his intelligence, on and off the field, is one of his greatest strengths. But I've been really impressed and pleased to see the physical development that he's also been able to accomplish throughout this off season. He's gained about between 10 and 15 pounds. He's moving better than he's ever moved. I really I like the understanding that he has of this offense, and just the freedom that we're able to give him with a lot of different situations that show up throughout a game. And so, I think he's grown. I think he's going to be able to build off the experiences he had this last year, and he'll be able to apply them to be a more well-rounded quarterback here this next season.
Thank you.
And next we'll hear from Dan Turturro with WakeUpCallDT.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dan. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Just to speak on, obviously, Darrell Henderson and Tony Pollard, what they were to this program, kind of the beacons that they can be, just the success that they brought, maybe some words on them as they step into their first NFL season, and just, what they've done for your recruitment as you step forward.
Yeah, those are two great players, and two guys that really just embody all the positive characteristics that we've learned from within our football program. They're extremely hard workers. They were great players on the field, but even better men off of it. They were determined to be successful. Both those guys had the opportunity to declare early, and both were taken highly. I think we had 2 of the top 10 running backs taken in the NFL draft. To be able to have that type of success, not only in college, but for that to be showcased, while transitioning to the NFL, and they both started every preseason game with their professional teams, and so we're excited about the ambassadors that they are and will be for Memphis football, and wish them nothing but the best, and know they're going to have great success there at the next level.
And then as far as the rushing attack moving forward for you this season, just what you can say about your leadership there and your excitement about some of the other guys that will either get more time or will be coming in to get some time.
Yeah, most definitely. Patrick Taylor is going into his senior year. He's played for us, since he was a true freshman. He was our number 2 leading rusher last year. Had over right around 1,200 yards rushing. He was in the upper teens in touchdowns. He's a guy that has proven it year in and year out. Now he gets the opportunity to really be the bell cow with what we're doing, and I'm excited about him, excited about his growth. Then we have some young guys who are really some dynamic, explosive players. Kenneth Gainwell was a young man that played in the first 4 games of last season, was very productive. But with the other backs that we had, we elected to redshirt him. And then, young man named Kylan Watkins, is another, dynamic back that here's a local product from Memphis that has really kind of started as a walk-on here and really just done an incredible job earning his way, and now excited about what he's going to bring to the table here this season. And we've also had a couple of additions with Travion Samuel is a graduate transfer that came in that we're expecting to do some good things for us. So I like the depth that we have in the running back room. We've got another young freshman, Drake Clark, who I think is going to have a chance to play for us and help us this year. But we've got great leadership, but then also a group of young guys that I think have very bright futures in front of them.
Well, thank you, Coach, and good luck this first week.
Thank you, sir.
And next we'll hear from Brian Moss of TigerSportsReport.com.
Hey, Coach, if you could talk about your wide receiving core. We all know about DeMonte Coxey, but who are you looking forward to see who takes over that number 2 guy who can step in and maybe offload some pressure that Brady White will receive?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about our receiving core. We've got some talented guys that have all been within the program for the last 4 years, and you have guys like Kadarian Jones, who has had some great flashes throughout his career, but you now have an opportunity to really establish himself as a go-to guy as well. Pop Williams, has been very productive throughout his career. And then a guy that has really made some huge strides is Antonio Gibson. Antonio made some nice plays for us. Scored some touchdowns for us last year. But just his overall understanding of the offense, his versatility. I think he can be a guy that really elevates his game and can be a key factor in what we're doing here offensively.
And your defensive line seemed to have a very productive spring and fall. Can you talk about that unit for a minute?
Yeah, that's a group that we've really poured a lot into. We've been able to add some great pieces into the rotation there. Last year we were able to redshirt a lot of guys that were in their freshman year, and to see their development physically and obviously mentally and what to expect. That is probably one of our deepest positions on this team, and it's one that we need to be that needs to perform at a high level for us to be successful. But I think that has got a chance to be a strength for us, and then coupled with the linebacker core that we have, that's probably some of the best depth, and it has to be a needed strength for us.
I appreciate your time. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, sir.
And any further questions for Coach Norvell, please? Star 1 on your telephone keypad if so.